Hello everybody and welcome back to another tier list video. That's right, I'm doing another one. This one is focusing on the wools. Now you might see 8 new wools. Now, these are not actually new wools, these are removed wools. Either, we have some beta exclusive wools or some old wools that the textures were changed and it made it a different color. For example, here is the new dark green wool, and that is the old dark green wool. Now, obviously, with many updates, different texture changes, there was new colors and new textures technically, but these 8 stood out on their own as completely different colors. They're different enough from the newer counterparts that in my opinion, they can be considered their own colors. Anyway, let's get on to the tier list with our first 8 pieces of wool. The white wool, it's got to go in A tier. You can make every other wool from it. It's probably the one you're going to be farming, if I'm going to be honest. And it's just the basic wool. You can't have any of these other colors without white. Next up is orange. Orange was my favorite color for a while there. In fact, when the World of Color came out, I think orange was my favorite color. But I'm going to have to put it in C because the brighter kind of more orange, red, yellow colors are just not my favorite. Magenta. Magenta's S tier. It's basically my brand at this point. I mean, it's a wonderful color too. Purple and pink are the second and third best colors. Magenta is the best. After that, we have light blue wool. It's going to go in the A tier because it's just the better blue. As I said, yellow and red and orange are just not my favorite colors anymore. But yellow's the worst one, so it's going to have to go in Z because it's honestly a bad color. Maybe the worst. Maybe the worst. Lime green's going to have to go in B for me because it is my hair color at the moment, or at least what's left of my hair color. Pink is A tier. It's not quite as wonderful as magenta, but oh god, is it amazing. Next up we have the 2 grays, and I'm actually going to lump them together in C because they are, in my opinion, the most middle block. You're going to be using them for a lot of stuff like, I could have used it like this if, we were in beta. But they do have uses, and for that, they're C tier. Cyan is great. It's kind of like green, but it's blue instead. Now, cyan is turquoise, and turquoise is cool. Just like pink, purple's going to have to go in A tier. Again, it's just magenta, but a little bit worse. And, of course, blue goes with cyan, turquoise, whatever. It's just a B tier. Brown, you all know where this is going. It's Z. And dark green is not following it up very well in E. Now, red is going with orange on C because, again, it's just not the best color. It's better than yellow, but it's not the best color. And, of course, black. It's going to have to go in S tier. You can do so many things with black. I mean, you can make basically anything out of black and white, and that's why white is an A and black is an S, because it's amazing. Now we're moving on to the custom colors, and these things are pretty cool. So beta pink wool is actually what it says it is. It was a separate color back when beta came out, like a different wool color. It wasn't pink or magenta, it was just completely different. And it's following that theme of magenta and purple. In fact, it almost is magenta, so I'm going to have to give it an S tier. Lemon lime wool is in the same boat as beta pink wool. It was a completely different color when beta came out, and honestly, it was a really good one. I'm going to have to give it an A. Next, we have green wool. Now, this was the original lime green wool, but it actually doesn't look like lime green or dark green. It is the perfect in-between, and for that, I'm going to have to give it an S tier, because lime green and dark green have never been my favorite, so I wish we could have had this. Speaking of dark green, this dark green, it's so much better than this dark green. This one looks like crap. It's so bad, I hate it. This one is going in B tier. It's that good. Here we have fake purple wool. It was the original purple wool, and you can see just how different it is to the current day purple. But it's close enough to magenta that I'm going to have to give it an S tier. Here we have pink purple wool. Now, this was the beta pink, and I think it was, the more saturated look looks a lot better. So actually, I'm going to be putting pink purple in pink spot and putting pink down here in B. Next, we have real cyan wool, and you might be wondering real cyan wool because it's real cyan. It's just more cyan than cyan is currently. So again, I'm gonna have to give it A tier because it's just a little better than its counterpart. Periwinkle wool, the original blue wool. It was actually not even the original blue wool. It was just blue wool before I think the 1.13 update when we got new textures. And honestly, I prefer it. Like I like that we have blue wool and it's good. But this color was maybe even better. And honestly, I think it should have had its own custom color. So I'm going to have to put it in S tier. This is how it turned out. This is the Minecraft wool tier list, in my opinion. Thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you later.